Hey guys, welcome back to Demon Souls, and now we're going to be doing the entirety of 2-2. Quite an annoying level, I would say. I do miss out on some items because there is two different paths to go, and there is some items that I just don't bother picking up because they're not worth it to me. And they are annoying to get to. First of all, I kill this crystal lizard again because I'm pretty sure I killed it before when we were going to Scurver. So the path I took down to Scurver, the Black Phantom in World 2, that is the shortcut of the area. You can actually just take it down in less than a minute to the boss room, pretty much. So if you need to have a quick way back to the boss room, there you go. Although it is kind of tricky to do some of the jumps, so you just need to be careful, otherwise you might fall to your death. The reason I'm killing these enemies though is because mainly they can drop ore. The main one I'm interested in right now is hardstone, but I think I have enough if I go through this level in order to get the short sword up to +8. Be careful with these minecarts. As you see, they will explode, so that gives you a kind of a vague idea what these sort of like lights do later on in the level too. And just to show you how good our damage is, I actually one-shot that fat official there. That's just ridiculous. Admittedly, I could have come to this level a lot earlier, and the boss is going to be funny. Because a lot of people struggle with the boss in this area, especially newer players. But because we have a sword that does magic damage, the boss is weak to magic. So it makes it a lot easier. Also, I'm coming here pretty late, honestly. You can come here much earlier, but I just kind of hate the fact that this area is just... There's a lot of different places to go in this area. Especially hate the tunnels near the end of this level. So yeah, I can always leave this level for later on in the game, unless I need something from it in particular. There is a very good sword you can get that's very good for early on in the game, the Dragon Longsword +1. It's a really good weapon because it's kind of like a fire-based weapon. It does good damage without needing any base stats. But I would just grab the Crescent Falchion from 4-1. If you can use that, you get earlier, and it's probably just as good. So there are some side items here you can get by jumping down. It looks like most of the ore in this level is greystone, which is for the greystone's for the strength based weapons, but there's also clearstone, which is for quality weapons. It's kind of a mix of both. There's also sharpstone. There is a lot of crystal lizards in this level, like the most in the most in any level is definitely in this level.
Oh, hello again. Hey, don't turn a cold shoulder. I didn't mean to do you wrong, really. Oh, I have an idea. That treasure over there should be mine. But I'll let you have it. I promise. No tricks. I won't move a muscle until the treasure's safely in your hands. You can trust me, can't you? I'm just trying to do right and make amends here. Uh-oh. Well, who'd have thought it? Bear bugs. My apologies. It's just not your day. As promised, the treasure is all yours. If you survive, that is. Good luck to you.
Fucking patches every time, I swear. You can go and grab the item on the top there, and the bear bug will drop down. And it will have the same effect anyway, or you can just kill the bear bug to begin with, but yeah, you could do the event as it is.
You! How did you do that? I really didn't attempt to fool you. It was just bad luck. And besides, you're safe and sound, right? Worry not, worry not. Here it is, your little treasure, safe and sound. Go on, take it, take it.
I've never really seen him, like, fall onto that railing there. That was weird. But, whatever. So, there's a lot of Dragonstone in this level as well, which is, like I said, it's for the fire-based weapons. I think it removes all stat scaling, so it's basically there for the base damage and nothing else. But as you can see, some of these bear bugs explode. Not the small ones. There's medium ones and there's large ones, and both of those explode. Not that it doesn't give you a large amount of time to get out of the way anyway, but the first time you see it, you might be surprised. Other than that, they just kind of attack you with their horn or something. I don't know. This explosion goes pretty far though, so you need to get out of the way very quickly, despite it taking forever. Great Axe. I've heard that's a pretty good weapon, but I've never actually really used many of the strength weapons in this game. I did a playthrough before where I used Dragonbone Smasher and that was good fun, but aside from that, not really used much of the other strength weapons. I think the problem with a lot of them is there's no real poise in this game, so unless the attack itself has hyper armor on it, you can just get interrupted out of it, which could be annoying. I always mess up this explosion here, just because the corner's really sharp turn, didn't get far away enough. So we're going to head to where the elevator would have took you down if I took it earlier on in the level, where the fat official was. And this is where the crystal lizard pit is. I actually do a pretty poor job of getting most of the crystal lizards here, but there's too many for us to get on a melee build. You need some sort of like AoE spell, like God's Wrath, which is the miracle. So I get these first two, fine. These Great Club enemies are always here. They're not too tough. Most of the Black Phantoms are not too tough unless they are the named Black Phantoms, the NPC ones. So we pick up some more Hearthstone shards. I'm going to need those, the large ones. So I completely missed this first one, and you can see how many lizards are down here. And yeah, this is kind of embarrassing, honestly. I just completely miss. I end up getting two of them, but not fantastic, is it? They go away so fast that I really doubt you're going to get most of those. Unless you use an AoE spell, like I said. But unfortunately, I believe, and I'll check right now, God's Wrath requires 2 slots, as I recall. Yes, it does. And it costs 100 MP, which is quite a lot. It has quite a long cast time, as I recall, but it does quite good damage. But it's like the only offensive miracle in the game. So what we're going to do is, after we get the... I almost dropped down that hole. That wouldn't have been good. I decided to call the elevator down here, but I'm never actually going to use it again. Probably. What we're going to do is, after we kill the boss's soul you can take to Blacksmith Ed, who we haven't even talked to. I kind of left him there for now. And then you'll be able to either upgrade into special weapons, or you'll be able to upgrade anything that requires a Colorless Demon Soul, like the Adjudicator Shield. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and trade a few items at the Crow in 4-1. So you can get 2 free Colorless Demon Souls by trading in a Gold Mask, which we picked up in 3-2, and a Talisman of God, which I picked up in 4-1. I had an extra one. They're not that rare. I mean, I think you can even buy it off one of the vendors, the one in World 5. So we trade both of those in, we get a Colorless Demon Soul for each, and then we have 5, and then we can get our Adjudicator Shield to +5, which gives us, I think it's 8 HP per second. And the reason I want that, other than that just being a straight up upgrade from what it does right now, it does 2 HP per second right now, unupgraded, is because we're going to basically go into the Poison Pit in World 5-2, which is a horrible, horrible place. So we're going to just use that shield and probably the regenerator's ring as well and just tank the poison. I just hate going to World 5, like, that's the one I'll go to last. Like, 5-1 isn't too bad, but 5-2 I always go to last. Unless I really need something from there, but if you really need something from there, you can just kind of rush through the level and it's not a big deal. Like, you can just run to the end, just ignore most things. So, yeah, I want to upgrade my shield before I go there, because it will make stuff easier. Although, once again, I'll be pretty over-leveled for then, probably. But as you can see, the power of this, using this build, is like, you could stack so much vitality after you get the base stats sorted. I mean, endurance I may want to touch a little more, but honestly, it's just all vitality from now on. That is kind of a scary drop there. And the merchant is right here.
Remember me? I've got plenty of wares, so bring me plenty of souls. Hello there. Bless your souls.
I bought another large shard just in case I need it. I don't think I actually do, but whatever. Better to be safe than trying to come back here, I guess. I actually checked for if I missed any items after I killed this worm. And I did miss one item up there. I don't know how, because it was like right where I dropped down as well. So yeah, just because you're stacking so much vitality, you're allowed to make so many more mistakes. Like, you just go base stats, pump vitality and endurance, and you're done, basically. So I think it's really strong. The one thing that I would say that's not ideal for beginners, of course, is the fact that you need to kill the Black Phantoms early. But if you use Soul Remains and you kind of understand the world tendency aspect of the game, which I'll admit is a bit obtuse, then you can do really well with the Demon Brant. It's just like you need to cheese it out early, and you need to kill Black Phantoms early if you want the sword to get attack rating. So, yeah. Although an unupgraded Demon Brant isn't bad. I think it was 240 attack power. That's not terrible. It's just obviously later on in the game you want a bit more damage. Especially because it's split damage between physical and magical as well, which isn't always ideal, because it goes through two defenses. But against some enemies who are weak to magic, like the boss of this level, like I mentioned, it's not too bad. So this is the part of the area I really hate. Mainly because I always get lost. And I do get lost here as well. There's not too many items that you actually pick up here, it's just, I don't know, the level annoys me. Plus with these explosions, you've got to like run away and hide, and it takes a long time to kill as well. Like, the attack rating on my weapon is really good, but if you don't have a great weapon, they take forever to kill. And then they explode. And they're not really a threat unless you like literally stand in front of them as they attack. Like this one. I think this one might hit me because it's kind of more in a... Yeah. The hitbox wasn't fantastic there, but whatever. But you can always use like attacks like that, like hit and run. So I think I probably missed some items down in this area. And there are some items that I definitely missed in the fire pit area, which we'll get to. So I'm just trying to figure out where to go. I think I completely missed one of the crystal lizards here. I tried R2 it, but it's already gone. I probably could have got it if I didn't hit the wall there. I pick up the Stone of Ephemeralize there, and the stuff the lizard had on it, and then run away from the explosion. So yeah, I think these always drop Dragonstone. I don't know if they always drop it, but they drop shards quite regularly. So now I'm backtracking, and I think I end up backtracking again. I just don't know this area very well. Also, it's really cramped, like, seriously, especially this tunnel here. So I end up getting to this area, and this is actually the way to the boss. So I was like, oh, okay, I don't want to go this way just yet. I'm not going to be able to get that crystal lizard on that ledge there. I think the only way you can really get that is by taking the shortcut down, because that's where the shortcut leads to from the start of the level. But what's going to happen is you're going to climb the ladder and the crystal lizard's already gone, probably. So here was the fire pit area I was talking about, and it's very blinding. The only thing that's in here is a couple of dragonstone chunks and a pure dragonstone. So the pure dragonstone obviously is useful if you want to get the dragon longsword we pick up, or any other dragon item. 2 plus 5, but I'm pretty set, I think. Also, another thing to note about this level is I get over encumbered by the end, so a lot of the stuff that you pick up in this level is actually has quite a bit of weight to it, and especially if you're not pumping vitality like I am, you might end up over encumbered quite easily. So you might want to make like more than one trip as well. So I make my way over here to a new tunnel, and yeah, so I get to the stage where I'm actually over encumbered. I end up just putting on the ring. Like, I try to drop some grass, because grass does weigh a little bit. But what I decide to do is just take off the thieves ring. And then it ends up to be like Agates of Guidance anyway, which is like prism stone, so actually worthless for me. So now we're going to head back to the tunnel that I was at before, because that's the actual way to go. I go ahead and just drop these now, because I'm never actually going to use them. I keep the ring on for the rest of the level, just so I can pick up some more stuff, but you might need to make multiple trips if you don't have the item burden ring that Thomas gives you. Or even if you do, but you have like low vitality, you might need to make multiple trips if you want to pick up everything. So I think the lizard already disappeared when I was doing that. And you can't climb ladders any faster, so it's just a massive pain. So I climbed some of the ladders here, but I don't think there's any items here. I think you need to drop down for some of these items from the shortcut, so I'm just going to ignore them. I don't think it's really anything that amazing anyway. Another thing to note about the White Roll Tendency event, you get a weapon at the last area of this, so 2-3. If you show it to Scurver, who's in body form in pure White Roll Tendency, he'll give you a pure Greystone. So if you're using crushing weapons, that's obviously where you get your pure Greystone. But since I don't have anything else to look for here, we're just going to head to pick up a few more items, and then we're going to do the boss. So these are quite funny, the fist weapons. You get 2 of them as well. So I guess the game expects you to like dual wield them or something. They're not very good, I'll be honest. I completely miss an item here on the left, but I go back for it after the boss. So, boss time, and we get a cool little cutscene as well. This is going to be rather anticlimactic, unfortunately, if you were expecting a amazing battle. But yeah, I do a lot of damage. Yeah, magic damage too. He literally died in 5 hits. And it's funny because I know people have trouble with that on New Game. Yeah, sword is a bit strong at this point. But like I said, I came in this area like far beyond when you actually should probably. He can be very difficult. Like he did the first explosion there, I just rolled out the way, and here I am standing in lava to test the damage. Whenever he slams 1 or 2 of his hands down, there's separate animations for both, but still the same. He does an explosion, so you just need to roll out of it immediately. He also has a jump he likes to do at low HP especially, but the jump seems to do like almost no damage, so that is probably the most punishable of his abilities. But he just likes to spam the explosions, which a lot of people have trouble with, because obviously they need to roll on time exactly correctly. So yeah, I can see why some people had trouble with the boss, but it's just funny how we just don't get hit once and then just completely destroy him. So yeah, you can see that we picked up a lot of stone in that level. Like I said, I didn't go through for the pure dragon stone, but I'm not going to need it, obviously. It's just, I didn't have Water Veil attuned or remembered, so I didn't really want to risk the damage. I probably could have, but it does quite decent damage, that lava pit, I believe. And what we're doing now is we're upgrading the short sword to +8. We can't make the weapon quite yet. We need to kill the boss of 4-3, which we're probably going to do next. But we get it to +8, just had enough chunks to do that. Remember that I said that a short sword is probably the best weapon to use because it requires less materials. And I go ahead and pick up the gold mask and the talisman of God to trade it to the crow, which we're going to go ahead and do very quickly. So now we're in body form, and unless I die again, should continue to be in body form, so I think I take the cling ring off now. We don't need to do anything else with world tendency by this point, so may as well use a different ring. I may end up using the ring of avarice and just keeping that on, but for now I use the stamina ring. Another good choice, I would say. I think it gives you like 12 stamina more per second. I don't know what the normal rate is. I think it's like 40 or 45. If you can check that. Yeah, it's 45 stamina per second. So, and the ring gives an extra 12, which isn't bad. So now we're just going to make a beeline to the crow. Not really a big deal here. So the one thing about the crow is you do actually need to leave the game. So I have to, or you can load your profile, which is quicker, but yeah. You can't just pick the item up like I think Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 2 did it.
You scary, give Sparkly me. Give Twinkly me. Me. You. Trade. Trade. Give me Sparkly, Twinkly. Sparkly. Happy, happy.
So after reloading our game here, when we load back in, we should get a Colorless Demon Soul. And we're going to do it again for the talisman.
Give me, please. Sparkly. Sparkly. Sparkle, give me.
I could have also killed the other primeval demons for other colorless demon souls, because you get one from each level. But there are some that are annoying, which I just skipped. For example, when I did Lord Rydel's Black Phantom, I went ahead and didn't do the primeval demon there because you need to go through the entirety of 3-1, get brought up by the gargoyles, and then go through 3-2 in order to get to it. Would take too long. It's not really worth it when I can get these two for free. So now we're going to do the last thing here and go to Ed and talk to him, finally. So all we're going to do is upgrade our Adjudicator Shield to +5, but we can keep the Short Sword +8 for the weapon that I'm going to make eventually.
I haven't seen you around these parts. What does it matter? You need a blacksmith, show me some coin. If not, head straight for the door. I'm busy. I'm not here to chit-chat. Forging weapons strengthens it. It alters its character. Ores are transmogrified sprites. Their presence blesses the weapon. Demon soul? The demons are powerful spirits. Some can even bless weapons, but doing so requires a powerful flame. The soul of a demon is an inferno of wrath. I told you that I am busy. Each ore has a grade. Mighty weapons can only be blessed by ores of high grade. The highest grade of all is a pure ore that shines in utter brilliance. A spirit force that delights the eyes. Don't waste my time. Yes, that's the one. The red-hot demon soul. Now you can bless your weapon with another demon soul. Wise choice. You've done well to put your trust in the great blacksmith Ed. Bring me a demon soul. I shall use it to bless your weapon.
Here we can see that the demon rank can be made into the Northern Regalia, but we need the False King Demon Soul, the Soul Brand, and we also need 12 magic in order to actually use it. So we'll need to make sure that we get the magic level up eventually. I actually don't have enough souls to upgrade this to +5, so I end up having to spend one of the soul packets that I have, or whatever they're called. But we eventually get up to +5. And that's pretty much all that we need to do. For some reason I don't use Evacuate at the end here, I just actually walk back to the Archstone for some reason.
Let me go.
But yeah, I think that's all we want to do for now. Next time we'll probably do 4-3 and then head to 5-2, I think. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.